What's up, baby?
What's happening? What's good?
Not too much. What's your name?
They call me Fiyah.
Fire.
Yeah, Fire grills, all fire, everything, pretty much.
Where you from?
From Virginia,
What part?
Roanoke. They call it Star City.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's north or south?
South.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Close to more North Carolina.
You up 95 or 85?
I'm like 81.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got people's off. Well, they south, they ain't employed.
Okay.
Little country time up that thing.
That's VA. Whole lot of country.
Yeah. What's the difference between VA and Atlanta?
Opportunity and black people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And black people out there?
It's black people, but you know, I came from Virginia, the slave state, so we still under a lot of slave mentality. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, when the last time you been to Magic?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
Had a ball.
Yeah. Tell me
Yes, I do.
What's from a customer's perspective? What is it that you like about the club?
Well, what I like about Magic is the history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty much to me is what the history of like the music. You know, the how all ties with hip hop.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You know what I
Okay.
mean? That's my favorite part of it.
You had the food yet?
Say that one more time.
You had the food yet?
The food? Oh man, I love the chicken wings.
Yeah.
What?
Love
it.
Yeah.
I just be too fly and I don't want drip shit. So sometimes I gotta dress down a little bit when I come there when I want to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I want to eat, I ain't as fly as I ain't eating. You know what I mean?
I like that. Okay. What's the girls like at Magic?
I love them. They cool as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They cool. They do their thing. They turn up.
Yeah.
And y'all got a lot of them Spanish bitches in it.
Okay.
Speaking that shit.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me more about Fire. Tell me about your background. Tell me how you get here.
Well, Fire is from the gods, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Came to bless the earth, but I am from Virginia, Star City. I started off just, writing poetry, writing a little music and stuff like that, and then I merged into making gold grills.
Okay.
So I've worn a lot of different hats, party promotion, hosting. So I do a number of things. I got my hands in a number of things. Also, weed strands. I got my strand coming out, Rich Bitch.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Got a lot of stuff I got my hands in, so.
Rich Bitch strain. Okay.
Yes.
So what's that gonna hit like?
Well, it's starting in Cali. I really got a base in Cali. I'm living in California right now, out in Hollywood.
Okay.
Building up my brand, clothing brand. I'm also into fashion. I also like designer fashion, but I also rock my own fashion. So I got a label called Bad Girl, Bossy and Gorgeous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bossy and Gorgeous. Okay.
Yep. And Bossy and Go-Getter is kind of more like a sporty brand of the brand.
So what you got on today?
Well, today I'm rocking the finest off Rodeo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Got on the Dior boots with the Montclair sweatsuit and the jacket and the Gucci hat. Bucket hat to be exact.
So you really be onto this fashion stuff, huh?
I love it. Absolutely.
What brought you out Cali? You went out to Cali for the weed or for?
I went out to Cali for numerous of things. It was like a lot of opportunity. Even though I love Atlanta, I feel like Atlanta's always going to be my home. So whenever I step foot in Atlanta, I mingle around and stuff. But Cali has a lot more like expansion to me. A lot more, movie sets and a lot of different stuff that I want to get into, far as the weed strands, the farmers, and the different things that I want to kind of get into. The people are out west, that's production wise.
Gotcha. Then you're gonna bring it back east.
Exactly.
So you say you did grills?
I do.
What's that like?
It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's actually complicated because not only do I just like mold, some people are just like the middleman for the grills. Like, we're going to do your mold, we set up because we're black and we're going to sell to the blacks. You know what I mean? They'd rather see a black face that they think going to do their grills. But most of the time it's a foreigner somebody whose family is already into the grills and stuff like that. So I actually started working for a foreigner down in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
So I built up off of that, just working in the flea market, molding, and I started doing my own research. And I was like, yeah, this is kind of like hustling, because I was also a hustler from the street, selling little weed and shit.
Yeah.
But I caught little charges, and it kind of like discouraged me and kept holding me back from what I wanted to do with my dreams. So I was like, I'm gonna figure this thing out. And I really like the profit. I love jewelry. I always had a love for jewelry, but I never knew that I would actually be doing it. So I started just learning so much about it, and decided to take my money and get some classes and open up my own shop. And it actually tanked where I was at, because I went back to Virginia and left Florida and opened up a shop in Virginia, and it didn't do good at all for a year, because everybody like, who's wearing gold grills and this and this and that. So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Closed down shop, started to hustle again, got back into the weed thing, and got popped in my city and had to open up another shop. So the adversity caused me to really build in the gold grills and develop to where I can actually start making them myself, affording the equipment, saving and stuff like that. So it took me just into a whole nother lane.
So if somebody want to start up a gold grill company, how much do it cost? What's the startup like?
I would say about, just depends on how much your production is. You may want to start about $25,000.
Beginning of the game?
Yeah.
So then how much can you sell a grill for?
I can sell a grill all the way up to $500,000, whatever your budget. You want the VVS's, you want a regular gold grill all the way down to $300, $400. You know what I mean?
So the grill's moving more down south than up north, or has up north picked up on them?
I think now that it has become a trend, everybody wants it. Instead of it being like a tradition, it's a trend. You know what I mean? So down in Florida, it's a tradition to have golds. Like, everybody got gold. Babies, old people, white people, Chinese, Arab, Mexican, everybody got gold in their mouth. So it's like, you come here or you go to certain places and they pick up the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
they just like, okay, I want a grill now. You feel me?
But these the grills you can take out?
It is.
Okay. So what's the difference between taking them out and where everybody really be putting them on their teeth?
I think those are very bad for your teeth, because I'm also into nice teeth, clean teeth, and taking care of your mouth. I don't think we do that enough in the black community. So when you put on permanent golds and you don't clean your teeth properly, food gets stuck in there and it starts to rot your teeth, and there you go with rotten teeth under a gold grill. So girls be like, your breath stinking and all that. That's because you have a bad mouth. You know what I mean? So you're not properly taking care of your dental.
Gotcha.
When you have those type of stuff permanently on your teeth.
Gotcha. So then how do they clean it when it's permanently on?
I mean, you need to at least go to the dentist every 3 months, and people don't do that.
Gotcha.
You smoking and you drinking and you eating, and all that bacteria is just building up.
So the ones that the people take out their mouth, that's not cheap?
Oh, you can go all the way up to $22K. It just depends on what you're willing to spend. I do from 10 carat all the way up to $22K.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So $22K will run me how much?
Well, for me, I run, because I'm not the middleman, it'll run you about $400 or $200.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Usually at a dentist, it'll run you about $1,200 or $200, just to give you an outlook of how much. If you deal with the person, you don't have to really pay all that extra.
Okay.
So
are they wearing grills out Cali yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a thing. It's definitely a thing everywhere now. I think, like I said, culture and hip hop has just risen so many things that black people do, like gold grills, the way we wear our hat, the way y'all men sag their pants, or the way y'all lip. You know what I mean? Just different things that people from other cultures pick up from the South. You know what I mean? Just with the Migos popping, people out in LA, they want to be like the Migos. You know what I mean? So you'll see different little swags, or you know, sometimes if I come out here with LA swag, y'all look at me like, damn, where you get that?
Yeah.
So it's just a blend of culture, you know, and hip hop to me.
So what taught you how to hustle?
Haha.
Cause like in Roanoke, is that like a country town? Is it a small town?
It's a small town, but we get it popping. You know what I mean? It's like diversity and pretty much, I guess, not wanting to work for anyone. You know?
That's how it's been your whole life, or was it one of those
I
things?
guess, you know, shout out to my Aunt Virginia. She passed away when I was young, but she had like a mansion, and she used to let the family come over. And I think I really looked at that like, wow, I want this. This is what I want my life to be like. You know, she got basketball court. She got big house, going to pantry is big. Then when you go home to the projects, it's like, this ain't what's up. You know what I mean? I'm watching my grandma go to work, catch the bus. It's raining, it's snowing. She only making $2 an hour. You know what I mean? So stuff like that really touch your soul. It touched my soul anyway. You know what I mean? To be like, nah, this ain't how it's gonna go. So, as like me, I started selling candy in school, stealing candy from the store, and selling it at school. You know what I mean?
What grade was this?
This was like elementary, probably like 4th grade. I started in 4th grade, and then it went on to like 6th grade, and then it went on to like selling candy bars door to door.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, I just been really flipping, selling my whole life. And then it really got to a point where, you know, my grandma couldn't afford for me to go to the school I wanted to go to. So it was like, all right, fuck it. I'm all the way street now because it ain't nowhere else to go. The streets got studios. The streets got the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The streets got what I'm attracted to at the time. So that was my outlet.
So being from a small town, you weren't scared to travel?
Nah, because my mom used to move us around all the time. So I was always in new schools and places. Like I even grew up in Decatur when I was probably like 8 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you done bounced around?
Yeah, I've been bouncing around.
Okay.
Sure.
And then getting back to the club, what impact do you think Magic City has on the culture?
A huge impact because everybody wants to feel loved by the best. And I feel like Magic City is the king of the strip clubs. I don't care who has a bigger strip club, blah, 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 I don't care what the talk is. Magic City is history. Magic City is number one. Pretty much.
So
you know what I mean?
Why when you come to Magic, what makes you want to drop that bag?
What make me want to drop that bag is I mean, I'm going to keep it all the way G. I'm fire. I do a lot of campaigning, so I don't have to be loud and with my presence. I show the girls love. I like showing love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like showing a lot of love, and I like to get to know where I'm at because I'm going to be nurturing my surroundings. So it's like I need to know what's going on. They need to know what's going on, and before I ever reach where I want to reach, I want them to know that, yeah, she was like this before she ever, got that Grammy or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's the most you done spent in the club?
Shit, about 2 bands on a light night. You know what I mean? That ain't too much for me. Probably, this was just past this couple weeks, but on my last birthday, I always try to go to Magic for my birthday, even though I end up going like, somewhere else, but I always try to pinpoint Magic. I spent probably like about 7 bands on my birthday with the Ace of Spades last year. And, just turning up, having fun with the girls and shit. Yeah. I don't really like to call my money and shit because these niggas be hating and watching me and shit, trying to motherfucker calculate the drip. Instead of watching my moves and shit.
The drip there. There's a couple bands over there right now.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to calculate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, okay. So then going to the culture and understanding Magic. Well, one question I had, since you've been in Magic, do you see the celebs or who do you see as the other people in the club when you come?
I ain't gonna front, since I'm so musically connected, I see the DJ. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm really like seeing how the DJ moving, and how the girls is responding to how he moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How critical is the DJ for your experience?
Don't be mad at me, but stop playing these whack ass niggas cause they paying you. You know what I mean? We want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
We want to hear that shit all night. And if you got that shit and you can play the shit. But don't play that shit that niggas keep paying you to play, bro. I don't want to hear that shit.
No, that's real shit. I concur.
Yeah.
We agree. I'm gonna let them see that.
For sure.
We're on the same page with that. Okay. I know you say you ain't have a whole lot of time though, but what you think the magic is in Magic City?
I know I keep saying this, but it's just the culture. It's everything. It's the black love. It's not a. Even though you know you got women stripping and stuff, we ain't afraid to be who we are because in Africa people dancing. They got on thongs. They got on hats. They loving their titties out. We having a good time. We eating. We drinking. We being married. And that's what the good time. That's what the magic is. Being married with each other. Don't nobody need to be fighting. It's a bunch of bad bitches in the club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be merry. You know, eat, drink, relax, kick it.
Yeah.
Show love. That's, be happy when you throwing your bread. If you motherfucking stressing, don't be in there throwing your bread. Because it's going to make you mad. You know what I mean?
You ain't got it, don't pull up.
Yeah, stop playing games. I'm Fiyah, and I am Magic City. Turn up.